which teachings that you, like, will say it is the most important for you from Seung Sahn? Yeah, that's my question.
Yeah. Yeah, as you know, he actually, Seung Sahn teaching, I think there's four very important phrases he used over and over, like don't attach to anything, don't hold anything, and don't create anything. Yeah, he would repeat this over and over. But one more thing, for me, if you ask what's really the, like, coming up, it's put it all down. Like letting go. The practice of letting go, I think, that's why I talk about it differently. I talk about clinging and not holding, right? But clinging recently, but we practice letting go over and over. I think this is most important because constantly we're adding something to, to a story. We have some idea, we have some story, we have some concept and some opinion, and it's always growing and growing. So I love the way he would phrase it, even, just like maybe whatever question, whatever, recently, like at the end of his life, whatever question, situation, and some dilemma or problem, we think it's so important and so big, it's a big issue and it's pending, etc. He would always say, just put it all down. And it's not easy, right? It's not easy because our way is to figure things out, to really understand, to analyze and find the right and wrong, find the justice, and but it's just more thinking. So I really appreciate this teaching of letting go, putting it down. And because why? Because not because we, just because it's all about like returning to this moment. It's already something we're talking about the past, and we go back to the past, and but it's already gone. The past is already gone. So the whole his teaching was always this moment. If you attain this moment, you attain everything. This is like a kongan. What does it really mean? So that was the main point. Just put it all down. Just be here, because time is going so fast, and if you're always trying to figure things out from the past, you're losing your time. You're losing energy. And this mind will always take us the step forward. It's probably the most difficult thing to really stay in the moment. So that's a mind training we do here. We train this mind to stay in the moment as much as possible, but to stay in the moment, you have to let go. You have to put it down. And he did that. He was a good example of that. Sometimes we have this idea, great Zen Master have no feelings and no anger or no desires, but no, obviously, being with him, being around him, and even living with him, you could see he has all those feelings. He had anger, the anger would come up very fast. But it was very impressive because he never was holding onto it. One time I remember my son just ran. He lived in my apartment when he stayed in Warsaw because there was no other place. There was always so many people coming for retreats, hundreds of people. So it was like my apartment. My family was in one room. He was in the other room. And the small kids, and so I was like really watching out, paying attention to make sure the small kid will not run into his room, because of course that's what he wanted to do all the time. I was very curious. I want to see who is this person, Kids can feel this kind of something special is going on here, so I want to see it, I want to touch it. And then one time, you cannot constantly watch out for this kid. And one moment I just did something, I was doing something else. And of course, he just used this moment and ran straight into Seung Sahn room. And Seung Sahn was sitting on the floor doing his calligraphy. That's what he did in his free time. He did calligraphy for everybody, and now we have his calligraphies everywhere. And then he ran into this room and knocked the ink. And the moment I heard the scream like, ah! Wild child! And so I was running to grab him, and my son was terrified, and Seung Sahn was like red, angry. I was like, oh my God, this is a disaster. So I didn't know what. I grabbed my son. We went out, and then maybe a few minutes later, he was like, wild child, come here. And he was like, he always had some sweets in his pockets, and so he was giving him some sweet, like, okay, no problem. So very soon he was like turning, from this rage to like, let it go, put it all down. It was always a great example of just putting it all down, not holding anything. And I saw him in various situations. He could really do that.